Hey, Eric.
Hello, Chris.
I heard that you've been playing Clair Obscur, Expedition 33.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Do you have any thoughts about the game? Like, just initial, vibes?
I mean, the vibes are certainly good. The first little prologue thing where you learn what is going on is marvelously effective. I think it is telling a story without saying a whole lot. It's humanizing a fairly ethereal tale. I think the characters are too different for me, and it's giving me too many options of things to do with them.
There are a lot of options.
And it's making me try to understand all of it at one time. And I'm doing my standard thing where I'm only going to pay attention to half of what it's telling me. Okay. And try to get through as much of the game I can, only barely paying attention to it.
Here's my advice on that.
Yeah.
Pick one thing that you want to do with each character.
Yeah.
And never change that.
So just keep putting points into the same fucking thing? They're like, there's some weapons and stuff I have that is effective with some points that I'm putting in?
Well, first of all, find a weapon that you like. Because you will be able to upgrade any weapon all the way to the max.
Oh, I keep getting new weapons and they keep seeming better.
They may be better at that moment.
As if it were a JRPG.
Yes, they may be better at that moment, but you can upgrade any weapon.
Okay.
And so that way, if you pick a weapon that scales well with agility and defense or whatever, you can continue to pump points into that stat.
Okay.
Of course, you still need defense, vitality and defense and stuff on the side, but build the character that way. And when it comes to using what they call them, the Luminos, the little Pictos and Luminos, those two different things.
Sure.
Make sure you know how to use those points, because the game gets way easier when you know how to use those points.
Oh, I've just been kind of dumping them arbitrarily.
You mean when it comes to you get one of those things, you equip it, you learn it, and then you can equip it with points?
And then I immediately equip something else so I can learn that, and then I don't really fuck with the thing off to the right where you can balance points. That seems like too much math for me.
You have to do that. You at least go fill everything out.
No, I don't think so.
You will not finish the game.
Well, check it out.
Put it on easy.
No, I'm not. See, here's my thing, is I don't really take damage in that game because I am good at things like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta. So when it comes time to parry literally every attack, I get it 9 out of 10 times.
Okay, well, that's really good. Then you can go in there and you can make builds that are conducive to your playstyle, and you can be like, this parry, when you parry, you will get AP, or you will get hit points back, or it will do damage to the enemy and all kinds of stuff.
That seems like cheating. I would rather just avoid the damage.
No, don't. This was not supposed to be a mechanical discussion, but do not do that. Just at least go in there and use the points and just pick the ones that you like, the ones that give you more AP, the ones that let you do more damage.
Why don't you just come over and you can look at it for me and tell me? Look, you can pose all my robots and fucking make my characters good, and I'll just play the game like Bayonetta.
I don't need them to be good. They just need to be. You need to allocate those points.
It's probably better if I don't.
Well, can I say what I was going to say to begin with?
Yeah, sure.
But there's one facet about it that I find particularly endearing, and that is the fact that the game is divided into 3 chapters. And there's no spoilers.
Beat by beat?
Yeah, there's no spoilers in this conversation. But the end of every chapter feels like as soon as it fades to black, it should say, please insert disc 2.
Oh, wow. That's
and I really
good.
love that as a fan of JRPGs. That is one of the elements that I think that game does really well. Every time you want to put that next disc in and see where the story goes.
Remember when they made the 1990s William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet featuring Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes? And then they kept the same dialogue from Romeo and Juliet. And the dialogue involved lots of swords, but they had guns. So they called the guns swords. Like that was the brand name on the gun.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
You're telling me in Clair Obscur there should be an in-game item called the disc, and you should insert disc 2 into the device to make it go on to the next.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
You want to hear some hot sounds I've recorded?
All right.
Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a conference podcast covering classic Japanese role-playing games chapter by chapter, beat by beat. Welcome back to Season 7, Episode 43, covering Lunar, the Silver Star story. My name is Chris, and I'm once again joined by Eric. Hello.
It's a short JRPG.
It's very short JRPG, long season of Retrograde Amnesia, unfortunately. For this RealNet introduction, I'm pointing at the fences like Babe Ruth did. And
calling your shot.
Calling my shot.
This is going to be the best one.
This is the best one, okay?
You're hitting it for the kid with cancer.
I am hitting it for all the kids with cancer. We're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of pixel perverts who are watching us record this podcast live on a secret video feed at patreon.com/retroam.
Pixel Perverts is pretty good. That should be a podcast. Is that anything yet? Do you own pixelperverts.com?
I don't know.
Can we get that?
Yeah.
Fucking cancel the podcast. Go register that right now.
That should be the name of a podcast about old games. But then we would never be able to do polygons.
Not necessarily, because on Saturn, pixels are transformed sprites. Pixel Perverts is available.
Okay. I'll put it on my to-do list.
All right, whatever. We're also joined by the Fake Net, a post-production voice telephone computer that enjoys the one-button racing gameplay of Kirby Air Ride with Chris.
Initializing Fake Net.
When you surf upon a star, it makes no difference who or what Kirby ate.
Hello, Fake Net. Nice to see you again. Thank you for joining us. So I've never played Kirby's Air Ride.
Kirby Air Ride, please.
Kirby Air Ride, excuse me.
It's fun. It's bouncy. It's beautiful. There's a new one coming out soon.
Yeah, maybe I'll get it, but I don't have a Switch 2, so maybe I won't get it.
Well, let's switch to an airship trip, Chris.
Ding noise.
Yeah. Music Reach for the Front plays as the damn land turns from dirt to a craggy moon-like surface as we're in the airship.
Shit, dude.
The airship itself is also scaling its sprite a few different sizes as it travels across the desert-like frontier. That's capital F, frontier. Mia takes it all in. What a horrid place. No trees, no grass, no life. Like Chris's backyard.
I have 3 trees we planted back there. They're very large.
Are they all still alive?
Yeah.
Good job.
We're doing great.
Good job. I haven't been out in your backyard in like 3 years.
Yeah, not since we played Johann Sebastian Joust 13 years ago or whatever that was.
That was 11 years ago.
That makes sense, yeah. My kids are 10.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 10.
Jessica calls it like she sees it. This is the frontier, untouched by the hand of the goddess. So is it untouched or has it been like too touched? If the frontier is blighted, does that mean her light isn't? Does that mean she's rubbed her hands all over it until like all the stuff has gone away, or because her hands haven't nurtured the green earth?
I'm under the impression that her hands haven't nurtured the green earth yet. Like she hasn't gone out there yet. And for what reason, I don't know. I think it's kind of nefarious though. I think it's she hasn't gone out there, so she has a place to send the undesirables.
I do too. I think we're going to end up on Team Goblin by the end of this game. Chris's Goblin redemption arc can extend from Vagrant Story over to Lunar.
Finally.
As the land surface changes from a barren desert to a craggy moon, Kyle wonders, so where's the vile tribe? Where's the Magic Emperor? The sooner we wipe them out, the sooner we can leave this nasty place. My dude wants to do a genocide. Null sees some shit up ahead, and then the funniest thing ever happens.
Oh?
My video game tells me to please insert disc 1.
Oh, speaking of.
Because I had disc 2 in for the ladies' spa.
You were a pixel pervert,
bath,
so you had to swap the disc in. I gotcha. Okay.
This is where I figured out how to load multiple ordered discs in the X Station Optical Drive emulator, and I have since forgotten that because this was in February. Anime cutscene. The airship approaches a massive metal techno city stationed in a large crater. Null speaks.
Alex, look at the size of that tower. Is Luna really in there?
She's in there, and so is Galleon.
She's in there, and so is Galleon. Fade to black. And yes, here's what she wanted. Here's how that dialogue exchange went in Silver Star Harmony.
Alex, look at the size of that steel monstrosity. Is Luna really in there?
She's in there. I can feel it, Null.
Let's torture it. Hey, here's how that went in Silver Star 2025.
Alex, look at the size of that fortress. Is Luna really in there?
She is. I can feel it.
So it's interesting that in the remastered version, Alex says she is. I can feel it. That's the first notable anime voice line change that I can think of.
Yeah, that we've covered since the release of it.
To this point, with the exception of the Magic Emperor reveal scene, which was a little bit different too.
So after the anime cutscene, do you know what happened next for me?
Please insert disc 2?
Yes, I had to put disc 2 back in after doing the disc 1 anime cutscene.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
Yeah, this is great. I was wondering, is this going to be like every 3 minutes? We're going to have to keep doing this horseshit?
I love the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm. Back to the airship. We return to the world map. Kyle gets on the mic. He says, there it is, Jess. Are you ready? Jessica's amped. She says, not to steal one of your lines, Kyle, but I was born ready.
Cool.
Hang on, everyone. The airship then moves toward the crater thing, the evil tower complex. And it hits some kind of invisible barrier. You get a good bonk noise in yours? Do you remember?
It's like a bzz noise.
Yeah, like a static electricity zap type thing. Kyle wonders what that was. It seems as if they bounced off of thin air. He suggests they try it again. Jessica knows what a force field is, and she says there's one around it. Is it natural? Is this like the children knowing what a force field is? Is this like us as children knowing about quicksand and space aliens and other objects of fantasy?
Did we not know what force fields were when we were kids? I feel like we did.
They don't have anime.
But we... They? Who's they? We?
No, they, the Jessica. Why would she know what a force field is?
Oh, why would she know? Well, because she knows magic.
She knows healing magic.
Doesn't she have a protective barrier magic? I think she does.
Actually, yeah, maybe.
There's something.
Okay, no, you've made your case. I see.
And we had Transformers. Transformers certainly had force fields, right?
Yeah, a few of them did. I think so, for a little while. She tries again, and we meet the same fate. Null begs them to stop trying that shit, or else the ship might crash again. Mia says the same thing, but uses different words to say it. She says we could ram into that magical barrier 1,000 times over with no effect. Jessica! Kyle is mad and wonders what we should try next. Jessica spots a town over yonder and decides to land to see if we can find another way in. The airship continues to move across the world map, and we fade to black, and we're on the fucked moon.
We are on the fucked moon. We've been on the good moon the whole game, and now we're here on the actual moon.
Were you surprised to see it have moon surface?
I think it was surprising for me originally. I did expect it to happen this time because I had some memories of the visuals here. And I think it's cool because it gives you a window into, wow, this could have really happened. It looks like our moon.
Yes, they could terraform our moon.
That's no moon. That's our moon.
That's right. Just Moonbase 2. Are you curious about the size of this world? Like, if Alex's entire world is like 1/16 of the moon and the rest is craggy frontier shit?
That seems more plausible.
Yeah.
If you think about the American frontier, so to speak, when in the 1800s and whatnot, like most of what we now know as the United States was the frontier, and that was way more than like the original 13 colonies.
This is true.
So it's the same thing.
Tiny ass
We
states.
must colonize the moon.
That's right.
I thought we were supposed to be bringing democracy to the moon.
What is colonization if not an attempt to bring democracy to a place? That's what we do, Chris. We spread democracy. We will be hailed as saviors by the indigenous population.
Actually, you're right. I mean, that's not what... you're right.
I'm not right, but that is the...
No, that is the mentality. Yes, you're not right, but you are right about, like, that is the mentality. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
We'll be glad. Reach for the front plays, and the town appears to be 2 green semicircles in the middle of a canyon. But I don't like that. I try and get back on the airship, but Null tells me we didn't come all this way to give up. Null has no idea what I've given up on before in my life. I can come a long way and give up without hesitation. I will give up at even the slightest form of resistance. I've already given up at Clair Obscur, Mission 33.
No, you haven't, Eric. Allocate those points.
Anyway, regarding Galleon, Null says, we have to hurt him, Alex, and we have to destroy him. Did you approach the town, Chris?
I did approach the town, Chris.
What's it? You're not supposed to say Chris.
Sorry.
What's the town called, Chris?
It's called Goblinville.
It is not called Goblinville. Please try again.
I don't know what the town's called.
God damn it, Chris.
Is it Royd?
Talon.
Talon. That's right. Okay. I thought the mines were called Talon, but I didn't realize that the town was called Talon. Thank you.
It may be. What'd you call it? Hemorrhoid? What'd you say?
Ruid? I think that's the name of the castle.
I think Ruid's somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I mean, now that you mention it, maybe the town isn't the name of it. I don't know. I thought it was called Talon.
It's Goblinville, confirmed.
Goblinville, confirmed. Music misplays, and there's a goblin out here.
Yeah, what the hell's going on? Did we expect this?
Yeah, did you expect goblin guys?
We've been talking about goblin guys for a while, but I think that was loaded back into my memory because I was already at this point in the game when we discussed the
goblin loading.
Yeah, my goblins were already loaded. No, I did not expect this, both then and now, and I'm a little disappointed.
You didn't want standard goblins, or you wanted more fuck? Because so far we've seen hot-ass bitches in the form of Zenobia, Phaecia, and Royce.
Yes.
And then, like, the Vile Frontier invasion of Vane and Maribia had standard enemies and a Vile Crustacean. And now, are you disappointed that they're regular goblins, or that they're not more grotesque creatures?
I thought that Vile Tribe is people, remember?
Oh, Vile Tribe is people. Well, how do you... I mean, they're anthropomorphic. Like, is that good enough? Are these not good enough people for you, Chris?
I thought they were going to be just like us, Eric.
Oh.
And then it was going to soften our hearts.
But maybe they're just like us on the inside. Maybe they have the same thoughts and dreams.
I think that is the case.
Okay.
And maybe they have adapted to live out here in the barren moon by growing goblin skin.
You just don't like to look upon them.
That's true. They're lepers.
Okay.
To me.
No,
to me, goblins are lepers.
Gross disease.
Yes.
Disgusting.
Yes. Thankfully, the man wearing the armor of God is here to heal them.
Right.
There's one standing there. You want to talk to him?
Yeah, what's he say?
He says, "You must be the new miners, right?" ? And please note that he did not question the fact that we are like flesh creatures.
I was wondering about that. I think that they have poor eyesight, as most goblins do.
Yeah, their eyes are not very visible in the pixelated ink.
Like, all they see are like shapes in the form of humanoids, like that posable doll you have behind you on this audio show.
Yeah, the predator vision sort of, right?
No, that's like thermal, well, actually, yeah, maybe, sure. That'll work.
Okay. He says, "Say, has anyone told you how much you look like humans?" Okay, I answered my questions. They know what humans look like.
Okay, good.
Okay,
right, sorry.
I should have kept reading.
Fuck me.
Hall says,
Fuck you.
He says, "Well, you do. I don't make ugly mugs. I just call them." What? He doesn't make ugly mugs. Is that a thing?
He didn't make your dumb face. I just look at it and see it.
Gotcha. I call it like I see it?
I think so. That's a weird way to say that, but I think the message gets across. Remember, they're using goblin logic here.
That's kind of the same mentality as all the guys in the world of Lunar who hate their wives.
Yeah. Wife, sister, mom.
They call it like they see it.
Yeah.
And they think that rationalizes everything. He goes on to say, have you heard all the rumors about humans in the frontier? Not that I really care, mind you. If we capture them, we'll just put them to work in the mines.
Is it like hack at this point to say the children yearn for the mines? The humans yearn for the mines?
I think once Jack Black said that,
it was over.
It was over.
Once the adult says the joke, the children is taken away from the children.
They put it in a movie.
They put a lot of things in movies.
That's true. I guess we should stop the podcast then.
That's right. Fuck the movie.
Video games are over.
It was over when Final Fantasy VIII was in Charlie's Angels. Continue.
I think you're right about that. That's all he said. I went in the door next. Which door do we go in?
I go into the right door.
Okay, let me see where I went. Damn it, I went in the left door. Okay. How about you do the right door, and then when we get to the left door, well, anyway, just...
I think it's a circle. Well, I go in that right door and find a cellar type thing. Blinking light bulbs are in here, so I guess the frontier has access to electricity. I enter the door and find a room with 2 doors. Whoa, I go in the right door. There's a back room full of barrels and crates and shit, and there's a goblin in it. Does he live here? Is this where he lives? He says, I'm sorry. Don't hit me. I'll go back. Just don't hit. You're not the guards, are you? Don't tell them I'm here. I just need to rest for a few minutes. I'm so tired. So tired. Chris, are the guards here allowed to hit?
He can hit.
I think they're allowed to hit.
They're allowed to hit.
Even the guards that are guarding the miners, right?
I think so. Who are also goblins.
Yeah. This is a concentration camp.
Okay. And they hit there? They didn't just kill?
They hit so they can mine.
Hit. Okay, all right.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never been to them. I have been in a cave. That's kind of like a mine.
Sort of.
The guards say they're going to help Galleon kill the humans, but they're beating up on us in the meanwhile. That's interesting. So it's just like a hierarchy of beating. I go through the other door, then get to a room with 4 doors. I take the bottom left door and get to a roof. I go back in, take the top right door, and get to like somebody's house. The house has 4 beds, 1 shitty table, barrels of stuff, a wash basin or a piss floor, and a well.
There's lots of places to piss here in the mines.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird. You wouldn't think drainage would be that good. Like you think the piss would just like accumulate and smell.
That's true.
Yeah.
Are we dealing with like a
you ever
regular...
piss in a cave?
No. Are we dealing with regular gravity?
I think we have to be.
Okay.
Like otherwise, I mean, I don't know whether... Are you saying the gravity in the frontier is different than in Althena's green Earth, or do you think on the lunar moon?
I think out here. I don't think it can be, right?
I think the gravity on the planet has to be the same.
Okay.
Unless you go to that one place in California where a guy says his house is like a gravity well type thing. But I think it's a scam.
Okay. I don't want to talk about that.
It's fascinating. Okay, there's a guy in this room. He says working for Galleon is a privilege. He's going to turn ore from this mine into the ultimate weapon and take care of the humans for us. Then he'll lead us to the land of Althena and let us live in the glory of his magic. That's why I work so hard. That's why I dig until my hands bleed. Galleon will take us to Althena's world and make it ours. That's why we swear our allegiance to him. So easy to see why the goblins are doing the mining work. They yearn for freedom, and their leader is promising them that it's all going to be worth it at the end of the journey.
So we're dealing with we already know that Galleon is an authoritarian figure to these people just because of his own personal rhetoric.
Yeah, but they're bought in.
But yeah, that was my next question. How many of the goblins are bought in, and how many of the goblins are just slaves?
Well, we know that the guards are allowed to hit. They can hit. So perhaps all of the goblins that, sass them or put up resistance have been fuel for the fire.
Gotcha. Okay.
Goblin kill. Although you would think in Lunar, I don't recall if we've gotten to it yet, but in the Sega CD version, the entire town of Berg is kidnapped to work in the mines.
Yeah, I think we talked about how they were all kidnapped. Which is interesting that they didn't change it, I guess.
Right. Do you think they would want to use human labor for this exact... Like the goblins would be like lounging around while the humans do the mine work?
Yeah, because there would need to be some reason for the Vile Tribe to be operating within the normal part of Lunar.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would just be out here building their shit.
The top left door goes to a 4-way room. It's a big open cave area with a bunch of doors to different areas. Cool. There's 2 guys milling around here, a purple goblin and a green goblin.
Oh, the one from Marvel Comics.
That's right. The purple goblin says, "Hi there. We're all working hard to find the last bits and pieces of ore, so it's a little crazy in here. The mine's straight to the middle door. Please be careful." The green goblin says, "The metal we scrape out of the earth is used by Galleon for his creation. Every piece, no matter how small, I can't wait for him to crush the world of the humans. I'd love to help Galleon destroy the humans' world, but all my work in the mine has left me frail and weak." There's a goddamn door with a syringe sign next to it. Are you familiar with this?
I am familiar with this. Is this the only doctor in the world?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because we have not seen any doctors.
Only the Frontier has medical technology?
Only the Frontier has vaccines.
Oh, wow. That's a good point. That's why they're not... But maybe the vaccines do cause mutations. That's why they're all goblin men.
Oh, shit.
Your RNA, MR... Fucking
RFK?
whatever that... Yes, your RFK has been mutated.
Well, I mean, it plays. I've got this guy. I want to talk to him.
I would love to.
Are you new miners? I'm not allowed to let you rest here, but I can at least do this for you.
He heals us.
Yes, he Althena statues us, so is God medicine.
I mean, I think we've established that, God heals all, the Althena statue heals all, and in the absence of God, you must have medicine.
Got it. Okay.
So if you don't believe in God, you need medicine. But they do believe in God, they just don't have access to God.
So they use medicine.
Right. Medicine is ungodly confirmed.
But it has the same powers as God.
Medicine does have the same power as God. Medicine, Five Guys cheeseburgers, and ices.
God is empty just like me.
That's right, Billy. Thank you.
All right. He goes on to say, I know it won't last for an hour, but I hope it's enough to help you survive the rest of the day.
He said an hour in yours?
Yeah, let me double check the tape here. No, where'd I get an hour from?
You have 1 hour of healing.
He did not say an hour. I don't know where I got that from, Eric. I'm sorry.
I know it won't last for long.
I don't think I had enough time between work and doing podcasts for me to get my bearings. But
he continues, I don't understand why Zenobia and her sisters won't let you rest. I can't stand watching you all work yourselves to death. So this is the area before we enter the mine. We can now enter the left side of the town where Chris came in and talked to some more people.
Into the left door, Eric. Inside is a hallway. Zenobia told us that obeying Galleon would benefit the Vile tribe, and I still believe that.
He still believes.
More proof of manipulation, right? Mm-hmm. But being forced to work until I die of exhaustion sure doesn't benefit me.
Me's in capital letters. He continues.
All that keeps me from giving up is knowing that I'll get to see the blue star when I'm done. Is that the promise of Galleon and Zenobia is to let them see take them to the blue star once they've done, so they will too have paradise?
I think your guess is better and probably accurate, but how I interpreted that is, I know it's light over here and we can see the outside, but I think they're on the dark side of the moon that does not face the blue star. So they must go over to Althena's light where the sun shines, so to visibly see the side of the blue star.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know which one's actually correct.
Actually, that makes a lot more sense.
It'd be fucking dark outside if that were true, so I guess not, but I don't think they're necessarily thinking about lunar cycles when they're making this goddamn video game.
Yeah. Dark Side of the Moon starring Starscream. Knowing that, I'll live in the world of light and beauty.
What is goblin poetry if not this, Chris?
Yes. Then I went in the door.
Yeah.
Inside the door,
purple guy.
More hallways. Then I went in another door, and there's a purple guy. And he says, the last tunnel we dug is shakier than a hyperactive kid on 5 bowls of sugar flakes.
Proper noun.
Captain Crunch?
Sugar flakes? I interpret as frosted flakes.
Oh, so sugar flakes is a proper noun in your game?
Yes.
Oh.
Did they unproper it in yours?
They unpropered sugar flakes.
Wow.
I thought maybe yours said Frosted Flakes or some brand.
I mean, I don't have a screenshot in front of me, but I don't know why I would have capitalized sugar flakes if not for direct reproduction of dialogue.
He goes on to say, the roof's going to crumble the next time a miner sneezes, belches, or farts inside it.
Love fart inside of things.
Yes.
Chris, do you remember when sugar made kids hyper? Is that still a thing where kids can't have sugar because it makes them hyper?
People still say that.
Yeah.
Because our parents said it to us.
Right.
And so now we have kids and we say that, but it's actually not true. There are things that make kids hyper, but usually the things that make kids hyper is the fact that they're kids.
Oh, yeah. They have lots of energy.
Yes.
Because they're growing. I wasn't allowed to have fucking Squeeze-Its because my mom said they had too much sugar in them. Which, while being true, and while not being good for me, I wanted the plastic drinks that had the face on them. I wanted to collect them and put them in my room. I wanted to have all the Squeeze-It face men. There's
a whole thing, a whole arc for you where you want to collect empty drinks, right?
Yeah, and again, that's not as fucked up as the gum on. Listen, we'll talk later about, we have other friends that did this that makes it totally normal and good.
What, the gum thing?
No, not your thing, my thing, the normal thing.
The other night I went to bed with gum in my mouth.
You son of a bitch.
And you know what I did?
You fucking ate it? What'd you do?
I put a tissue in my pocket.
That's good. What you should do is not go to bed with gum in your mouth.
But I want to chew it for a little bit while I'm reading a book or something.
I understand that, actually. I understand idle mouth activities while reading. That sounds fun. I'll try it later.
If you try and tell anyone in charge about the danger, they just slap you silly and send you back to work.
That's relatable. You tell your boss something's fucked up and they're like, well, I'm not going to fix that and neither are you, so why don't you keep doing what you were doing?
Yeah, good point. Let's go to the bar, and then we go back and get what I missed.
What's in the bar?
I didn't go in the bar yet. I spoke to the bar sign.
Okay, what the bar sign say?
It said, hello and welcome to the Cloven Hoof Bar and Grill, home of the one and only Vile Burger.
Cloven Hoof is like devil imagery, like goat Satan type thing, right?
Yeah, Satan lives on this side of the moon as well. Patrons who commit any of the following acts will immediately be removed from the premises.
No shirt, no shoes, no problem.
Drunken brawling, profane yelling, loud singing, or naked dancing. These goblins are mostly naked.
Are there female goblins?
I don't know. They may be piccolos.
What the fuck does that mean?
You know what piccolo is, right?
I know what piccolo is. I don't think about his dick or balls or vagina very often. Does he like have a cloaca that he shits himself out of?
He does not have a cloaca. Well, he probably does have a cloaca, but Namekians in the lore of Dragon Ball are asexual. They're all male and they're asexual, and they spit out eggs.
So Birdo.
Birdo. Yes, Birdo. They spit eggs.
Okay, Piccolo is Birdo. Great.
Null says, I wonder which of these acts Kyle has committed. I'd probably say all of them, right?
Egg spitting? For sure.
And then...
Inside the bar.
There's more, sorry.
Oh, there's more in the sign. How about that?
Kyle says, I don't believe this. I haven't done any of them. And then Jessica says, any that you remember. Owned.
Because he gets drunk and forgets.
Totally owned.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
Can we go inside the bar, Chris?
Yeah, I guess so.
There are tables with glasses on them, signifying that they drink out of proper instruments. There's a shovel on the ground because they like to dig. And there's loaves of bread on the table. What's on the table? Is it bread? Can you tell? It's so poorly rendered, I can't read it.
It looks like bread, or one of the loaves kind of looks like it might have some marshmallow in the middle. It might be a s'more.
Okay, yeah, they have some more technology down here.
They have s'mores on the moon, yes.
The goblins here have swords, shields, and helmets. They're sitting at the tables. Is this where, like, the guards go to drink? Are the miners not permitted to get wasted after work?
No, the miners, because they have to recuperate for the next day.
Right, they continue to work.
And for some reason, they don't administer the Althena vaccine to them so they can just keep rebuffing themselves.
Buff Bagwell. Who'd you talk to?
The first one says, Oog, drank too much. Supposed to be humans around here, but too drunk to search for them.
Your goblin accent, it reminds me of Shadow of Mordor a little bit.
Oh, good.
The orcs.
Oof, you kind of look like humans, but the booze is clouding my eyes. Maybe another drink, I'll clear them.
Hit the button, Chris.
He's a drunk guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, are goblins guys?
Goblins are guys.
Okay.
Oh, he's drunk.
I'm very drunk indeed.
Oh, God. That's number 11. All right, I spoke with the other goblin, the other purple goblin with the helmet on.
On the top left.
He says, Hick, you are without question the ugliest members of the vile tribe I've ever seen. Monsters like you give monsters like us a bad name. Hick.
Who are the real monsters?
Humans are the real monsters and the real virus, right?
I think so. We're a plague.
I wish this game interfaced with that a little bit more, like humans are the real monsters, Althena's bad.
Yeah, I think it kind of just brushes up against it accidentally most of the time.
Everything that Lunar does is accidental.
Except for the stuff it does on purpose.
Except for the stuff it does on purpose, which is questionable at times. Hick, it took me 2 hours fumbling around the dark to find this bar. So I'm not leaving here yet, or I'll just get lost again. Hick. I'm pressing the button again, Eric.
Yeah, it's another drunk guy.
Oh, he's drunk.
I'm very drunk indeed.
Oh, God. It's number 12. Finally, the red goblin. I think he is the only red goblin here. He must be goblin leader. Goblin leaders often are different skin tone in most goblin caste systems.
Is that a fact, or did you just make that up right now? Yeah,
I just made that up.
Who are your favorite red goblins?
This one and the red goblin from Marvel Comics, I guess.
Red Goblin, yeah, of course, right.
I don't know if there is a red goblin. There's a gold goblin. This one says, I've been finding it really hard to drink lately. I don't know, maybe it's time for me to quit.
Hell yeah, dude. Get sober.
Null says, maybe it's tough to drink with that helmet on, which is kind of funny. He then says, that's it, my helmet. Maybe I should ditch my sword and shield too. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to speed up the drinking process.
Chris, if you drink to get drunk, that's a problem.
That is true. That's a big true, especially if you're over 40 years old.
Well, I don't know, problem or warning sign type thing?
Warning sign.
Because some people think, what's the point of drinking if you are not going to get drunk?
Yeah, that's a warning sign. You're right about that. This guy, however, is not currently drunk, so I cannot press the button, even though he desires to be
That's
drunk.
Right, he's on the way. Come back and check later.
He desires the power.
How about the goblin bartender? What did he say?
He says, sorry, but I ain't allowed to serve minors. The only ones who get drinks are those lousy, no-good guards. So that answers our question from before.
Mm-hmm.
I'd gladly pour brews for all of you if it didn't mean getting my limbs hacked off. The guards come in here and drink while the miners work their fingers to the bone. It just ain't right.
So the goblin bartender has a conscience. He can be our first ally here.
He could be. He's a human ally. That's all that happens in the bar, Eric, although the bar is very messy and lots of good clutter in there.
Yeah, it's a good goblin bar,
Yeah,
unlike our human bars, which are always clean and never putrid.
Yes. Where to next, Eric?
Well, I went to some guy's house on the left side of the goblin town. I don't know where, but it's on the left side. He's purple and he's sitting at a table and he says, Zenobia says she cares about us, but as far as I can tell, she only cares about her own ambitions. If she really cared, she wouldn't have us working under these conditions, literally killing ourselves for her.
Wow.
Chris, are the conditions here right to collectively bargain and or organize a labor revolt?
Well, we're bringing democracy. We're not necessarily bringing workers' rights to the moon, so...
But the workers are upset, and they have the power. They have all the power.
They don't.
But if they stop working, there will be no revolution.
Then they're just going to come take all the people from Marriott and convince them to do it.
Can you prove that?
No, I can't prove that, but I can suppose it.
Okay, all right, I understand.
But I think you're right, though, Eric. The goblins do not necessarily recognize that they do have the power to organize against Galleon.
That's right, because they have dumb goblin brains because they're inferior to us humans with our large man brains.
In fact, a better subplot here for this entire section would be to organize the goblins to have a revolt so we can get into Galleon's castle.
Organize a labor revolt?
Yes, that would be fun. Like, if you had, think about how much better this section of the game would be if it was more like D-Block from Xenogears, where there were lots of characters that you could have fun with and meet, and there's a whole arc that plays out, and we eventually institute a goblin revolt.
Do you know how many games could be improved by being like D-Block from Xenogears?
That's an excellent question.
The entire I think at one point we decided, I don't know if we still agree with ourselves, that was the best part of the game. Being in prison and taken away from your friends and having a weird, surreal, sleepless dream.
I don't know if it was the best part of the game, but it was a part of the game in which
Invasion played?
Invasion definitely did play, but it also was a point in that it was like a decompression point and a good pace changing point.
Yeah.
Where things swung wildly, and then we woke up in D-Block and things got, well, anyway.
Is this our furthest, bridging it back to Lunar, is this the furthest we've gone into the weirdness of this game? Because we've gone outside of the dungeon town Dragon Quest format, and now we're in the frontier without a way back, without a way to safety, without a place to fucking heal ourselves more than once.
Yeah,
are we in the D-Block of Lunar?
I think we are in the D-Block of Lunar. It's just it isn't playing out with as much as finesse as
no red rum.
Does. Yeah.
This guy continues, Phaecia is the only one of the three sisters who actually seems to take notice of us when she visits here. So that's another hint that Phaecia might have a soul. There is one more guy on the other side of the canyon, a purple guy outside on the roof.
Yeah.
He says, I've thought about running away from here, but I know it wouldn't matter in the end. Whether I stay or flee, the result will still be death. I blame Althena and her cursed children for sending us to this wretched place. If we'd been born on the green earth, we wouldn't have to work like this. Damn the humans and damn Althena. So that kind of confirms that there is no organizing permitted. If they stay or go, they're dead no matter what, so they might as well work in the mines.
Yeah, if these guys showed up in Lunar proper, then would they just be sent back?
Yeah, like
is there border patrol?
It's a good question. We don't really have much border information.
Well, we had to get on a freaking airship to get here,
over
so there
border,
probably is. Nature is what enforces that anyway. But that is one of the more somber displays of the reality of this part of the world and what's happened to these people. And from my perspective, this one NPC standing on a cliff looking out into the horizon is the only one that's going to interface with that.
Yeah, that's
for the rest of
this one
game.
Guy will have the only pathos for...
All we care about now in terms of, and by we I mean like Alex and party, all we care about right now is defeating Galleon and getting Luna. Like,
that's it. We'll just mow everybody else.
We do not care about these fucking people.
No, it's like, that sucks, dude. I'm happy to talk to you, but I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Well, there's two flashing lights next to a pickaxe sign in this giant room. Before we go in there, let's go to Sega CD, where Talon Mines is an entire town. One of the people here can't believe how hard Galleon makes them work and wonders where Amnesty International is on this one.
Wow. That's kind of interesting that they would
reference Amnesty International.
It's kind of a jokey way of doing it, but yeah.
Is that pulling on your scrot, or is that...
I always forget, are we alled to scrotal the Sega CD?
Yeah, of course we are.
I think we are, okay.
Yeah.
Check this out.
59.
Also on Sega CD, as I try to remember earlier, everybody from Berg has been kidnapped to be used as slaves in these mines, and that includes Alex's parents. This is also where Alex's dad reveals the secret that many years ago, he came to them and asked that Lake came to them and asked them to take care of the baby Luna and baby Null.
So we meet Alex's dad here because he's been kidnapped, right?
Right. As opposed to the similar conversation we had back in Berg. Let's go into the Talon Mines, where Mysterious Cave plays. And what is a mine if not a mysterious cave? What the fuck kind of complex-ass, multi-floor, multi-bridge stuff is this?
Yeah, luckily when I was streaming this game, a couple of folks in the real net were like, you should use a guide.
A guide or just a map? That one website that I always forget that's got a map on it. FakeNet, what am I thinking about?
Initializing FakeNet.
On the Lunar page at wolfgangarchive.com.
Or the PDF of the guide you've got, whatever is most accessible to you.
That is exactly what I used.
There's a lot of blue and green sheets marking squares of the map. I am not sure the significance of this. Does it mean anything, Chris?
The blue?
The blue and green sheets marking squares of the map.
I have no idea what that
What did I mean by that? I have no idea, but I wrote it down.
Do you want to go back outside the mines real quick and read the sign that you
Oh,
have to
yeah,
read
no,
on
let's
the way
read some
in?
more signs. Get the fuck out of here. Mysterious Cave stops playing and the other music plays.
Okay. Talon Mines, Digger of the Month is Despair.
Easy, Chris. Easy, Chris.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I'm going to restate that.
Yeah, you probably...
But that's
I'm going to spit out my drink on that one, dude.
I apologize. The...
little overzealous, a little excited there, buddy.
Yeah.
Refresh your Kentucky heritage.
I'm going to spell this person's name for you.
Just say it. Or say the letters.
N
apostrophe
HAARGH.
Okay.
I did it right.
FigNet, how do you say that word?
Initializing FakeNet.
Nahag.
Initializing FakeNet.
Nahar.
I'm starting to think that might be a scrotal.
You think that's bad? You think that's deliberate?
I mean, you saw what it just did to me.
I mean, I don't, Victor, I don't think he's like, let's put like the worst racial slur in here. I know you said it out loud. I don't know.
Okay, we're not there yet, and I was going to bring this up later.
Yeah.
But there's a section in the guide. It's just referencing a song. But I'm just going to tell you what's on Victor's mind.
Uh-huh.
We've already seen White is All Right. We've already seen that.
We've seen that.
And now we also in the guide, I think later during like the ball section when you fight Zenobia or something, the title says, "The KKK took my magic away."
Yeah.
Which is a reference to a song called "The KKK Took My Baby Away." I'm just saying that Victor has these little nudge, nudge, wink, wink on the mind. And by the way, I just put this on the screen so you can see what happened to me. I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
The views of Chris do not represent the views of Retrograde Amnesia.
So I'm going to read it again, but I'm going to
use
I'm just going to change the name of this character. Talon Mines, Digger of the Month is Dave Despair. Dave's motto, dig, dig, dig. Dig or they'll kill you.
Absolutely brutal, Chris.
Congratulations, Dave, and keep up the good work. The power of the goddess will soon be ours.
Good job, Dave.
I mean, he put Dave in the game. We got to press the button.
Check this out.
That's 60. And they didn't catch that in the remaster either. So, you know why?
Why is that, Chris?
Because no one tried to say it out loud. Until me. I'm the first person to say that out loud.
Into a podcast. On a public feed. Good job, Chris.
Semi-public
I'm glad
feed.
it's you and not me.
Yeah, I'm canceled.
Well, on Sega CD, inside the mine, there's a lot of Mysterious Cave resumes. There's a lot of kidnapped singers down here, and Kyle calls them luscious babes.
Luscious babes.
Luscious babes.
Yeah. You want to fight some stuff?
I want to fight a stalker, Eric.
Yeah.
These are, we see these guys before. I think they looked, there were some enemy sprites that looked like this during the Maribia invasion, but these are red-knighted Mohawk dudes.
They have silver shields and silver fencing swords. Next one?
The next one I have is Rock Biter.
Purple and silver scorpions.
Yes. And my new favorite enemy, the Mecha Tank.
What is that?
What is the Mecha Tank?
Yeah, because I think it might be called something different in my video game.
It's a steampunk tank looking ass thing. Advanced Wars looking ass tank.
Okay. It's not a magic guy with a ball and chain weapon. It's an actual tank.
Yeah, it's an actual steampunk tank, yeah.
Okay. It's I don't have the tank for quite some time.
Okay.
But yeah, it is I have that later, I think. But in my memory, it's a nice looking steampunk tank.
Okay. What else do we have?
You don't have this fourth enemy here? You don't have the Groper?
I don't know if I have the Groper. Hold on. Let me review the footage because I'm curious if they changed the name of it. Is he in the first part of the dungeon?
I have it listed in the first part with rock biters, stalkers, and gropers. It's a magic knight guy with a ball and chain weapon thing. My note is they cast Confuse on Kyle and he kills Jessica and Mia on successive turns, which is fucking awesome.
Great. Well, I guess I did not have the pleasure of meeting that guy.
Groper deleted.
Yeah.
Yeah, the frontier's a wild fucking place.
Yeah, it is. Be careful out there. Don't read any of the signs out loud.
Anything else, Chris? It's in your exploration time before we got to that section in the middle where there's some miners doing a hangout.
I traversed the caves using my Victor Ireland approved guide. but not approved by Retrograde Amnesia, the podcast, and met some miners in the middle of this place. The first one being a purple guy who was facing the wall. He's holding a shovel.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "We dig for Galleon. We dig for the Vile Tribe. We dig for the Blue Star. Heave ho, heave ho."
Is this some like chain gang, like motivational tactic type thing?
I think you're right about that.
Okay.
Yes. The harder we dig, the closer we get to the Blue Star shining down on us, which I think proves your theory. Like, they need the sunlight. That's why they turn into goblins, because they need to go to the other side, because the sun reflects off the Blue Star, and they can have good skincare routines.
That's right. Yeah, not too much, not too little.
Also, they don't have out here in the frontier? Lotion.
They don't. I don't have lotion either.
There's no lotion.
No, you don't need it. Yellow guy in the middle right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm digging. You don't have to jab me in the butt with your sword again, really. Hey, you're not a guard. Sorry about that little outburst. These days, I just kind of expect the steel spanking when someone sneaks up behind me.
I love a good steel spanking.
You ever been hit in the ass with a sword?
No, but I've got a sword if you want to hit me in the ass with it later.
I'll do it sideways, yeah.
Okay.
He continues, no matter how hard we work, the guards keep coming up with new reasons to beat the crap out of us. You better watch your backs and your butts while you're at it. This prisoner beating, no big deal.
Yeah.
Next.
Purple guy says, "We dig and dig until we choke on the dust and dirt, but it never stops. The digging never stops. I envy the ones who died. I envy them because they don't have to dig."
You ever dig a big hole?
I've dug holes, but maybe not a big hole. I've never dug a hole big enough to bury a body in or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, I've done that. It always takes longer than you think it does to dig a big hole. Like the dirt that comes out is like compacted and shit, and you can like just throw way more out there than ever comes back in. It's a complex process. He continues.
"Soon I will die, and I will finally be able to rest. I'll finally be free from this task."
That's how I feel when I exit my job every day, Chris.
Yes.
Green guy top left. We've been busting our humps for weeks, and the grindery still isn't finished. I'm beginning to wonder if it will ever be finished. I've been working in this old mine, slowing down, working in this old mine when I can get out. Again, I think that's a reference to something, the Chain Gang Worker songs, maybe. I don't know. It's got like a sing-song tune to it.
Yeah, a little bit. These guys have no rhythm like the people of Lighten, though.
They don't. Or a lack of rhythm. Goddamn, there's an earthquake in the mine shaft hallway after that. Music Stand Up to Destiny plays, and a dialogue box appears and begs for help. The gang all separate. Jessica says that cry for help came from the room we just walked through.
Holy shit.
Mia says the sound did too, and some shit must have collapsed. The ladies think we have to go back to help. Kyle says, "Fuck that. We can't go back there, Jess. Are you forgetting that we're sneaking around this place? If the guards see a bunch of humans running around, this gig is up." Jessica hits Kyle back. "So what do you suggest we do? Leave the poor slave miners back there to die? Real compassionate, Mr. Nice Guy. Comments like that make me ashamed to know you." Kyle pleads his case. "Look, Jess, I want to help too, but the reality is that if we're caught, we're just as dead as they are. I'm tired of arguing. Alex, you make the call. Do we help the miners or keep going?" And before we get a choice, Chris, what would you do?
I would help the miners because I'm a good boy.
I'm a good boy as well, and the miners aren't necessarily, at least not all of them are talking about our imminent death. Like, they don't want to kill us directly, they just fucking work here.
Yeah, that's true. But I think in reality, you would have to make a value judgment.
Yeah.
On whether or not that is going to suspend your goals for any...
Right. In the JRPG, you and I know that if we help, we will be rewarded with something later down the road.
That is how the law works, the law of the world.
However, in real life, I have an objective, and I probably would not go back to help the screaming miner.
Yeah, it would depend.
If the miner was my friend, sure.
Yes.
But if it was just a random vagrant, absolutely not. We get a choice. We must try, or someone else will.
We must try.
Chris, we are heroes of destiny. We must try to become heroes once more.
Alex says we must try to help them, even if what they're doing is wrong, which is a weird characterization of what they're doing, because they're not doing anything necessarily wrong.
I mean, they're building a god machine to obliterate the place where we live.
Yeah, but they're enslaved. And does Alex not realize that they're enslaved?
This could be Alex's first encounter with slavery.
That's true.
The only person who knows what the job is Remus, so, like, I don't,
True. Wow. Anyway, Mia says, because if we don't, we're just the same as the Magic Emperor. Kyle thinks that none of us have a lick of common sense.
Good measurement system.
But hey, I hear that birds of a feather flock together. Let's go.
Well, I head back in there. Most of the NPCs are fine, except for that dipshit on the top right who is now smothered and covered in rock art assets.
Yes.
It is so awful in Silver Star Harmony. The guy is standing perfectly fine behind a small wall of rocks.
Like somebody's boxed him in, like Adventures of Lolo?
Do not have a good Lolo reference in my head. Did not play that one.
Block pushing, Link pushed some blocks in front of him.
Okay, yeah, but more like drag and drop the art asset on top of him.
Oh, Control V, those rocks.
Yes, Control V a rock.
Yes.
Everyone here has something new to say. The top left green guy says, "Are you crazy? There's no way I'm going to help you. If I don't keep working, I'm dead too." Kyle tells this gutless wonder to stay out of our way. I try and talk to him again, and my dudes auto-walk over to the rocks and start chucking pieces off. And we seem to get healed after we remove all the rocks. That's very strange. Did you get healed, Chris?
I don't know if I got healed. Well, there was a flash, yes.
Yes, the heal sound effect.
Yes.
We free him, and somebody says, he's alive. You did it.
I think the heal sound effect was Jessica doing healing on him.
I think it was something else that we'll get to later.
God? Okay. Carry on. Mia's so happy.
Yeah. A fucking guard patrol, 3 purple guys and a red one roll up, and they're mad.
Yes. What the hell is going on here? You all know you're not supposed to stop working for any reason. Leave this fool to die and get back to work before we decide to execute the lot of you. And don't think for a second that we won't crush your worthless heads if you disobey. Remember that you were brought here because you were too weak to fight in Zenobia's hordes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not good enough to be cannon fodder for Heroes of Destiny. If you don't serve her by working in the mines, you're not fit to live anyway.
The Green Goblin then goes to hide behind some boxes, but the guards continue.
Wait, who are you? You're humans. All of you.
Kyle's got to come back.
He does. He says, "You are correct, sir. But can you guess which one of you I'm going to kill first?"
We get into a fight. 3 stalkers and a groper.
Oh, there's my groper. They're not called gropers in my game.
Oh, wow. What are they called? Magicman?
Sergeant.
Okay.
Stalkers and gropers? No. Sergeants and stalkers.
Well, I kill the guards, and I take their money.
Yes.
Music Mother plays when we get back to the field map, which is an interesting choice in music. Kyle grins and tells the gang, "Did I ever mention how much I enjoy winning?" Jessica tells him, "Oh yeah, we've heard it before. Let's get out of here before we attract any more attention." The gang tries to leave, and after they exit, who beams in?
It's Phasia.
She offers her commentary.
How interesting. They saved that miner's life, even knowing the danger they faced in doing so. With such selfless bravery in their hearts, they might yet defeat the Magic Emperor.
That's why I assumed it was Phasia who healed us after we did our good deed.
Oh. That is a fun twist. Is that our first encounter with Phasia where she is starting to waver on her commitment to the Magic Emperor?
Well, there was the person earlier that said Phasia had a tender heart or whatever.
That's true.
I think there's been signs that this is like the first, she's beginning to tilt in our direction.
The heart softening of Phasia.
Right, heart softening Phasia plays. Music Mysterious Cave resumes when we get back to that hallway. And I guess if you don't, that's our reward, by the way, is being healed. If we didn't help this guy, we wouldn't have just been healed.
Oh, cool.
Kyle is relieved. He always feels great after doing a good deed for the day. But Jessica gets angry.
You're the one who wanted to run away. You dumb bastard. You dumb bastard is a solid.
You dumb bastard's pretty good. I've always liked you dumb bastard.
You dumb bastard. It's not a schooner, it's a sailboat.
But then again, you did help when we needed it. Sorry for the name calling.
I have control, and of course I head back to that miner area. I talk to them all once more.
Oh, did you?
Of course. Did you do this?
No, I did not.
Thank God. Green Goblin, thank you for helping my friend, but aren't you humans supposed to be the selfish spawn of Althena? I've been told all my life that humans wanted to destroy us. The purple one, the guy who wanted to die previously, he's also the one we rescued. He says, "I said that I was envious of the dead, but I was wrong. I don't want to die. I want to live, even if it means I have to suffer. I can't believe I was saved by the very humans I've been working all this time to slay." Kyle tells this jolly fellow, "Of course we saved you. When someone needs our help, we're going to be there to give it." Jessica likes this new and improved Kyle. Middle right, the yellow guy. "You humans are strong, but Zenobia always told us you were weak. Of course I've been stuck in here long enough to realize what Zenobia says is a bunch of crap. Thanks for saving my friend." Bottom left purple guy. I buttoned through it, but I think he's surprised we helped him rather than attacked them, and he thinks Zenobia might be fucked.
Oh.
Back to the dungeon.
We actually did get Act 1 of the Goblin Revolt. This was Act 1.
This was Act 1 right
There is no Act 2 or Act 3.
No,
but we did at least get Act 1.
We're changing hearts and minds with our behavior, Chris.
Yes. That's how we do it.
Back to the dungeon. This is where I fight the mecha tank, the
Yes.
tiny little steam-powered tank guy. I also got a holy robe for Mia. It is blessedly informal. And a refresher ring with a description that says, "Prevents conditions."
Yes, I love when my conditions are prevented.
That's right.
All
I
of
want
them.
no conditions.
I want to be as neutral as possible.
Condition me down. Also got a fire tiara, a flaming headpiece for Jessica.
And a silver light.
Well, at some point, we arrive in an open ring with a lot of sticks, some kind of markers planted all over the ground. Null wonders what this place is. Mia thinks it's pretty obvious. These look like markers, Null. Grave markers. This must be where the miners are buried. Chris, would you like to be buried at work or somewhere else?
I would not like to be buried at work, unless work is my house, so would I want to be entombed in this podcast studio?
Burying your dead body seems kind of fucked up, but if you get cremated and you're in an urn, I continue the podcast with the Chris urn next to me.
Yeah.
Still recorded in your house for some reason, because that's where all the equipment lives.
Yeah.
Be like me and Chris on the pod, and I'll shake your ash urn, and some bones and stuff will clink around in there, and I'll be like Chris's commentary.
Put me in that potion bottle.
Put you in a potion bottle?
The potion bottle from the Renaissance
Fair. The Ren Fair, yeah. That's plastic, buddy. I don't know if you want to put your ashes in a biodegradable... Whatever you want. Fucking put it in your will, I'll do it. Whatever.
Do you know what I put in there? There's a piece of paper in there now.
Instructions for a bomb recipe?
You can go to patreon.com/RetroRM to get the full lore on this, but it's Nick's Vagrant Story notes that you left over here.
Oh, yeah, that we were going to consult at the time of need.
Yeah,
they're in there. About that. That's good. Can those be retrieved, or is that...
Yeah, just uncork that
a ship
shit.
in a bottle type? Okay.
It could be. That would be fun, too.
Kyle can't believe this shit. This is what they're doing with their dead? How pathetic. Jessica has the solution. All we can do is petition Althena to watch over them with the honor they deserved. The screen then flashes white.
Oh, shit.
I head north and find a goddess statue in the middle of this thing.
Oh, just what I needed.
Null wonders, it's a statue of the goddess, but what's it doing in here? Is the Vile Tribe... I think I read somewhere along the way that the goddess statue won't be here if you didn't help that guy out of the rubble.
Is that true?
That's what I read in the guide that I was looking at when I was enhancing my notes. I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea.
Do we want to ask the fake net?
I'm not going to look that up again. I already tried. I'm not the fake net, so I don't know, but you can push the button.
I don't think I want to push the button.
All right.
Because I feel like that's not true.
Okay, well, a purple goblin guy in a gold Speedo wanders over and he says, "You are the ones who saved me when the tunnel collapsed. Thank you." Kyle wonders how this guy got here before we did. Well, he tells us, there are many shortcuts and passages in the mines that only we miners know about. Great sentence.
Yes.
Jessica asks the more relevant question. Can you tell us why there's a statue of Althena here? I thought the Vile Tribe hated the goddess. The goblin turns to look at the statue and he responds, "This is true. We have hated Althena since she banished us to the frontier 500 years ago." Is that the first date we've had on that?
I think so. We haven't had any 500 years ago, 14 years ago, 17 years ago kind of things in this game. Mm-hmm. We had 15 years ago when Dying disappeared, but that's it.
That's all.
15 is the only number.
But the only way we can survive here with such weak magic is to look to the very goddess we hate. Jessica believes this to be ironic. Finally, he leaves us with a warning.
A warning before you go. The Vile Tribe doesn't know what you humans are really like. They want to help Galleon destroy you. Please be careful.
That's Act 2.
What, being careful?
No, of the goblin humanizing race relations.
Okay. So we got Act 2, but we're not getting Act 3.
No.
Kind of compressed.
My dude trots off, hanging his hands like Mr. Burns. Null tells Alex to cheer up, and he has a feeling that we'll find Luna soon.
Good.
Party up, I have control. I head back in there to get more loot, such as the Hell Armlet that repels evil magic for Jessica, and the Devil Pendant that increases magic resistance. Well, I do all that, and I get back to the graveyard. I head north. I move up 2 rooms, and music Intrigue plays. And Kyle can't hear that music, but he knows what it means. Uh-oh, it's quiet in here, and we all know what that means. Let's get ready to rumble. Copyright Michael Buffer?
Let's get ready to rumble. He says it in this verse as well. Yes.
Fucking, do you want to... This is the height of Rumblemania. 99, 2000. This is when they got him in fucking WCW doing the shit before.
Are you asking me to scroll it?
Yeah.
I guess we can scroll.
Let's get ready to rumble. Yeah, man.
Let's get ready to rumble.
61.
I am very curious if this next part is in your game because Kyle, our observer, says... What does he say in your game, Chris?
After the fade out?
Yeah.
Alex, I'm blind. I can't believe this. I always thought that saying was just a myth.
Okay, so they left it in. That's pretty funny.
Oh, okay. It's a if you jerk off too much,
you'll go blind. Right. It's a whacking off joke.
Yeah, Grandma always said that.
Yes. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Rip in peace, bitch.
But Null confirms it's a shared reality, and he tells Kyle the entire cave went dark. Jessica, however, is familiar with masturbation warnings. Trust me, Null, you don't want to know what he's talking about. Enough with the wisecracks. We're in trouble here. Electricity sounds are audible. Mia shrieks. Jessica screams too. Null asks the ladies, what's happening? The light comes back up, and Jessica and Mia are absent from our party. The camera pans up to reveal Zenobia has both of our ladies. Our damsels are in distress.
Finally.
They're trapped in black clouds or a collection of terrifying faces. Hard to tell.
They look like faces to me.
Mia screams, and Jessica says something weird. A cowardly act from the master of the yellow arts. Chris, is Jessica implying the yellow is a color of cowardice, or that Zenobia is into piss play?
Well, Eric, at the remaster, she says, damn you.
Oh, wow. So yellow arts, piss play is confirmed.
Yellow arts is piss play, and yellow arts, I think that might be a scrotal.
Oh, I'm not quivered by this. I will not scrotal piss. I'm into piss. But you can if you want to. This isn't to be a democratically elected script. I mean, you can fucking push the button. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think that you have the authority to not say that piss is a scrotal.
Pee is stored in the balls.
Well, I mean, sure. Why not? I'm pressing the button. Yellow arts? I mean, what else could yellow arts be?
The cowardice. Cowardly act from the master of yellow arts. You're yellow-bellied coward, motherfucker.
Oh, yellow-bellied coward.
See?
Well, then why did he have the remaster then?
Because it could have been piss play. Could have gone either way, and why even bother?
Then it could be a scrotal.
One toe dipped in piss.
Check this out.
Scrotal.
62.
Kyle and Alex step up, and Kyle, of course, delivers the threat. Let them go before I cleave you in two, wench. Zenobia responds by cutting a promo.
Ha ha ha! My, aren't the two of you intimidating? Give me a moment to think this over. Shall I release your precious friends, or should I make use of them? What to do? I've just a ticket, a fight. Kyle versus Alex to save their dear friends. 1v1, final destinations, no items.
Goddamn, I made that joke later.
Sorry. Should you fail to cooperate, you'll be witness to an uncomfortable execution.
Kyle gets gross.
Yeah, the only woman I take orders from is Jess, you shameless scab sucker.
I got skanky scab sucker.
Oh, skanky, shameless. Okay, fine. Gotcha.
Zenobia is unfazed.
Oh, sticks and stones and all that. I'm afraid your schoolyard taunts have failed to achieve the desired effect.
Who talks like that, man?
Zenobia. You're right. That is a pretty good... robots.
Yeah.
Data.
What about robots composed of data?
I shall see a bloodletting. I care not whether it happens to be yours or theirs. Has Zenobia been talking like this the whole game, or did she just start like that just now?
She's getting unnecessarily epic right now.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Kyle says you heard her, Alex. Let's give her what she wants. They turn, they face, fade out, fade back in.
Stand and fight, please.
Fight.
1v1, no items, Talon Mines. I do basic attacks against Kyle, and it hits him for 0. Kyle does magic attacks against Alex, and it hits him for 0. After 3 turns, we exit the battle as music intrigue resumes. Zenobia isn't having any of this shit.
The zeros are implying that we're not going all out on each other.
No, we're pulling our punches.
Okay.
Friendship.
Cool. She says, do you think you're really fooling anyone with that pathetic show? Show me your true skills now. If you do not, you shall witness your friends writhing fatally before you.
Kyle takes a seat and channels Solid Snake.
I can't do it. It's no good.
You're the one who said I could do it with a stinger.
Zenobia says, what? You would choose to let your friends die rather than fight to save them?
Yeah, I'd do that. I'd probably do that.
Kyle says he'll gladly save Mia's angelic life. Being snarky there. But there's no way I'm going to put my life on the line for that beast chick.
Ew.
Is Kyle bluffing? Also, he called her a beast chick, which, I mean, she is a beast woman, but that's just...
But he's into it.
Sounds weird, yes. Sounds weird to say it like that. Anyway, Mia says, Kyle, what?
Well, he says there's no way I'm going to fight a Dragon Master because I don't want to lose.
He says that?
And mine he does. Then sweet innocent Mia can't believe this. Null continues.
I knew he was selfish, but I didn't know he was this bad.
Jessica looks sad and throws dots. Zenobia sniffs out the ruse.
Yeah, calling him a buffoon.
A bluffing buffoon.
Yes, Jessica smiles. Kyle says, look at my eyes and tell me I'm bluffing, Zenobia. You've never had to suffer through one of Jess's temper tantrums, have you? Go ahead, finish her. I could use a little peace and quiet.
Jessica becomes animated.
Yeah, she calls him a brainless mutt. What are you saying? I don't yell at you that much.
The two of them argue, including a part where Kyle tells Jessica, you need the discipline your dad never gave you.
Yeah, that's something that he says.
Yeah, he says that.
It's true.
Okay.
Jessica's like, is that what you really think? I dare you to come up here and even try it. I think maybe Null is bought in to Kyle's little show here.
Which helps sell it.
Yes. He says, Kyle, this might not be the right time to vent your frustrations. Zenobia can't believe this shit, steps forward, floats off the edge of the cliff, and then says, I have a feeling this little to go wit is going to be interesting.
Hold on. What the fuck did you just say?
Just tell me what it says in your version, then I'll explain.
Tete?
Yes. I think that when what's the little character that goes above the caret that goes above the E in French?
Oh, fuck me, dude. What?
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think this was like a character.
It wasn't in their font?
Yes, an
ASCII.
ASCII.
They fucked it up?
Yes, and it says, it just has, you can tell they're trying to spell tete, but where the little carets go on the E's, it says go W-H.
They let that in the fucking video game?
I think they fixed it by now, because the game has been patched a couple times.
Jesus Christ,
they definitely fucked that up.
Fucking quality control.
Yeah.
But this is a mandatory cutscene. This isn't like side dialogue. This is...
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it looked right in this when they were reviewing the script, when they put it in the game, they didn't.
Yeah, but a person should read it.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying that's probably what happened. Somebody should have played the game.
Somebody should have played this fucking. They should have hired us.
Yeah, we would have played it. We would have done a whole goddamn podcast about it. You could listen to the podcast and see what you got wrong. Call Retrograde Amnesia. We're your consultants on your JRPG dialogue.
Yeah, the consulting game is fairly lucrative as I understand it. So if
Yeah, let's hit us up. We'll play your entire game, make a podcast about it, make fun of all your bad decisions. Actually, a pretty good idea.
That's actually not a bad idea. I don't think we would have to clean up the language.
I mean, there's game developers that listen to our podcast.
All right, no, sign us up. Whatever. I'll do anything. She continues, I suppose I'll kill you first, then Alex, and then watch the quarrel next. The healing noise plays. The screen flashes and Jessica and Mia break out of the dark clouds. I think Facia just did that? With some clever sprite work, Kyle catches the ladies as they jump off a small cliff, and Zenobia cannot believe this shit. Null realizes Kyle was bluffing. Kyle tells Null, of course, the smarter they think they are, the easier it is to fool them. Zenobia, it turns out, can believe this shit. She tells the gang, every time I have you at my mercy, you manage to escape. But not this time. Your performance is over. It's time for the final curtain to fall. Farewell. She beams out and sends a cloud demon at us. Stand and fight plays, and we're doing a boss fight against Shadow Spectre. It's a black, shadowy pumpkin face.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be one of those Slice of Dead faces. Remember those guys?
Yeah,
those
Slice
things?
of Dead,
Except for dark. Because that's kind of what the sprites look like on screen, but instead it's one of those Final Fantasy bomb-looking ass guys.
Bombing. It keeps muting Mia. I hate this. It keeps buffing itself. I hate this. It also does chompy bites. I don't like that. Its eyes turn pink and lights everyone on fire. It has a lot of HP, but I, of course, win. Chris, how'd this battle go for you?
It went about the same. I used Vigor with Alex, and I started spamming Sword Dance while keeping everybody healed. And I just realized while watching my battle back on my video here that I forgot Nash is not with us. We don't have Nash. We don't have Nash to use items to unmute our characters. But it's upsetting. It went fine.
Everybody levels up. Well, Chris, before we go back to the mines, let's go to the RealNet.
Initializing RealNet.
Hello, RealNet. Nice to see you again. Welcome back to another episode of Retrograde Amnesia. Kal-El says, Team Goblin, these nuts.
Goblin, these nuts. I get it. Eating nuts. Just as the prophecy foretold.
Hellmel says the frontier is a vile tribe, Bontistan? Or I guess reservation for the North American equivalent. Okay, that makes more sense. Is the frontier a reservation or a concentration camp or both?
I think it's just this blighted, fucked up shit that they send the people to live in, which I don't...
It's a reservation.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
They sent the tribes to Oklahoma. Is that not blighted, fucked up shit?
Undesirable land. I mean, I've been to Texas. I haven't been to Oklahoma. I've never been I've flown over the Great Plains many times, as have many Americans have. But I've never been ground level on those things.
Would you rather open your front door and look out and see Oklahoma or look out and see North Carolina?
I mean, I would pick Oklahoma because I've lived in a North Carolina like my entire life, and I could use something different. I would prefer Utah or, you know what I mean? Ideally Pacific Northwest. That seems just blissful to my
that did work my analogy,
Valley. Yeah, I don't know. Tough call. The tornadoes freak me out.
I think the deciding factor between Oklahoma and North Carolina is elevation.
I do like elevation.
Yes.
I enjoy elevation.
Neat says confirmed Galleon is just going to become Krellian.
Actually, yeah, the Krellian path is like a highly enlightened, more idealistic Sephiroth type thing.
Let's have that conversation when we get there. But
Okay.
I think there are some similarities, and there's also some... I think Galligan has some inconsistencies in his worldview that Krillian does not. But it's a good mental exercise to have at the end of the show.
Which one's read more books?
Oh, Krillian for sure. Shy Guy 32 says Piccolo is Birdo and other sentences that deal psychic damage.
Does Piccolo wear a bow?
Does Piccolo wear a bow?
Does Piccolo wear a bow?
Like Birdo.
Oh, a bow in his hair? No, he does not.
Piccolo have hair?
No. He wears a turban and a cape, though. The dude says Red Goblin was Green Goblin plus Carnage symbiote. Okay, that makes sense.
I understood a lot of that sentence. Not the full sentence, but many parts of it.
John Doe says Chris is describing an insanely better plotline for the Frontier than what we get. Yeah, another plotline where class solidarity should have defeated the bad guy.
Is this the thing where, like, if we retranslated Lunar, we would inject our own politics into it and, like, get way off the original message by trying to make it better, but it's only better for us?
Yeah, if we had not gone through the exercise of covering Lunar, the Silver Star story, and fully understanding the folly of doing such a thing,
yeah,
then yes, we would have done that.
Okay, just making sure.
Omnigear says most damaging scroll yet. That was the sign that I read out loud.
Yeah, that one, speaking of psychic damage, that may have taken Chris out, almost.
John Doe says the Groper, holy fuck. Yeah.
Groper.
John Doe says, I appreciate that we're getting actual NPCs with characterization for these enslaved goblin people. I think you help the goblin miners in real life, but in real life, I wouldn't have let Nash be in my party, so I would have gotten here earlier.
I mean, the goblin thing could have been way worse than what it was. They could have just been like monosyllabic grunting. Like, it's nice that they have humanity to them.
John Doe, again, I think John Doe is inserting some intent into the game that isn't there, but it makes it better.
Yeah.
Did Fascia collapse the mine as a morality test for our party?
Oh, man. Yeah, maybe. Because that was the guy who wanted to die the most, right? So, like, he wanted to die. Why even rescue him?
Shy Guy 32 says all gropers are sergeants.
That's actually true.
Yeah, I think you're right. The Real Ned agrees that you should sprinkle my ashes on a galleon puppet.
Oh, but I don't want to pay for a galleon puppet. Like, fate took that away from me, and I should not tempt fate to bring it back into my life.
Okay.
But if you died, like, I guess I could spring for that. I don't know. I'd have to. Do you have a will? You need to leave me, like, a little bit of money to buy a galleon puppet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Broken 1 says Lunar was remastered by AI.
You know, maybe.
I feel like of all the mistakes that you can make, one dealing with an abnormal, quote-unquote, abnormal character in the text is something that I can see happening.
Yeah. A very human mistake.
Kal-El says a turban is just an alien bow.
Sure.
Okay. Kal-El also says if Chris dies, I will pay for the puppet.
Okay. Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah.
Done deal. With that, we thank you for joining us here on this podcast on Retrograde Amnesia. This is an episode of the production of Retrograde Amnesia recorded on June 24th, 2025. Thank you, Mark, for the intro music.
Joke's on you. I didn't even play that. I asked AI to do it in a prompt, even though there weren't AI tools yet. Think about it, the government.
Find us on Bluesky and or YouTube at Retrograde Amnesia. If you like this podcast, well, you can support it on Patreon at patreon.com/retroam and get ad-free episodes, early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, live streams, and more. We're going to play Lair on stream sometime soon, so within the next couple of months. Double layer.
Double layer.
How are we going to do the double layer? Do I need to get another TV?
We can use a monitor. I'll bring one.
I have another monitor. Might not have any sound in it.
I mean, the idea, we don't have to do this, but we can just trade off. But the idea for a layer is one person plays it with the real controller and the other person plays it with the fucked 6-axis controls.
That might be worth doing, though. Let me think about it and rig that up and see if we can do it. Until next time, Eric.
I'm picturing myself explaining to your children why I'm spreading their father's ashes on a fucking quarter-century-old puppet.
Yes. Have a big dream. Yeah, Neat says I wish there was a templating system in the game so you could template builds. That'd be cool.
Or that in Vagrant Story.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Vagrant Story. I mean, come on. All right. Well, why won't that go over there? I need this to go over there. Did Alex not say... So someone said, is Luna really in there?
Yeah, Null said that. I talked over really fast because I was going to dub in the dialogue.
Okay, and then he says, she is, I can feel it. Did he say that?
Oh, man, he said a Shulk, I can feel it in yours?
Okay, well,
in the original, she said she's in there, and so is Galleon.
Oh,
Should I talk to them or do you want to talk to them?
I'm trying to find out. Yeah, hold on a second. My chapter marks aren't working right. Let's see where I am.
Thanks, Marks.
Sorry, Mark. What go ahead and I'll find my way as you do this. And a purple goblin. You want to talk to the purple goblin in here?
Yeah, I'd love to.
He says Zenobia told us that observing. No. You know, I've learned a valuable lesson is that like next season I'm going to use video, but I'm not going to use video for town dialogue because it's all out of order. I'm going to write the dialogue down because this is fucking a nightmare.
It's a process of refinement, Chris.
Yes.
It's sad, Chris.
Yeah, he's not really seeing the whole shebang here. Did you already talk to that guy? Because now I'm in the doctor's office, so I think we've met in the middle.
There's tables with glasses on them, shovel on the ground, loaves of bread. What's on those tables?
Oh, sorry. There's more on the sign. Which is actually smacked himself in the face.
There's a gnat that flew in my face.
Sorry, I don't know where the gnats came from.
Infested with bugs.
It's one bug, Eric.
It's unnecessary. The yellow guy in the middle, right?
You go outside. If you don't go outside, you need lotion.
I'm not educated enough on...
Where's gnats coming from?
It's the infestation, Chris.
Fuck. It's happening again.
You can pretend it's happening.
It happens every summer.
I know. It happens to me, too. I pour bleach down the drain once, and they're fucked. I think that's not good for the system, the sewers, but it gets rid of the gnats.
It didn't show up until I opened that vent up, so maybe they're in there.
They're hiding out in there. They're in your HVAC system. I just got a new one of those. Ask me anything about that.
But hey, I fear... No.
She steps off the cliff, and I already said that.
Turd sick gnat just flew my eye.
What's he doing?
Oh, well, if you stare at this poster for a few seconds, a hidden picture appears.
Can we do it, please? Please?
All right, go ahead. But hurry, the Easter Bunny's waiting.
Wow, it's a schooner.
You dumb bastard. It's not a schooner, it's a sailboat.
A schooner is a sailboat, stupid head.
You know what? There is no Easter Bunny! Over there, that's just a guy in a suit!
Like Chris's backyard.
Your backyard,
I don't know, man.
Fuck.
Well, reach for the fun plate.
Yes, but thankfully the one from Marvel Comics.
That's right. William H. Macy, not Willem Dafoe. Shit. Fix that. I had something and it was gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Cool. You're one. Doesn't look like I did. Hold on. No, I did not.
Do you want to do the morning? Should I do the morning?
The real net is here.
For you. For me. For all of us.
Is the...
Oh, why'd you do it, Snake?
Playtime's over!